am struggling with depression. I know it's not right, but I just can't seem to control it. How can I deal with this situation? Sob, sob.
If you have that kind of emotion going through in your life, the first thing is to understand, to recognize the right path. If you understand and if you recognize that this kind of emotion is wrong, it's like putting a control. First thing is to recognize, and then you find a solution. Because if you don't know that you have a problem, if you don't know this is a defilement, that whatever emotions you're going through is because of your defilements, then I think it's more difficult. But once you understand, once you recognize that your emotions, all this depression is because of your self-sharing thought, that's a very good start. Then, as I said, examine. You can practice this in any time. Is that whenever feelings you're going through, you have to ask yourself, why am I happy today, or why am I sad, or why am I angry? If you feel angry to somebody or some reason, you have to also think that, why am I angry? Is it because of my ego? Is it because of my arrogance? Is it because of my ignorance? Or is it because of my desire? If you examine that way, then you will find that most of the time your anger will go away, because then you will find there's no reason to be angry. But of course, if you stop thinking like this, then of course you will always feel anger again and again. And feeling angry and all this is of course done by your mind. Mind is something that you need practice. If you're already in depression, it will be very difficult for you to do the examination yourself. Then, as I said in my talk, that friend or somebody you imagine, and that person is going through the same question you are going through, then I think it'll be easier for you, because then you are not covered by these emotions, by these anger and desire and ignorance. So it's much easier to give advice than to receive advice. So if you cannot give advice to yourself, then of course you can imagine somebody else is going through the same problem that what you are going through, and then once you imagine that, then you try to think what is the best solution for that person. Then whatever you answers you come up with, generally that is much easier. Stress is like quicksand. The more you think about your depression, the more you go into the depression. So you start to think about other things, or anything other than your own depression. Then it'll be much easier for you to come out of the depression. You have to remember that the more you think about your depression, the more you'll be in depression.